All right, folks, we're live from Raccoon City Pinball. I'm going to play some TRON here today, but I'm going to do things a little bit um, out of the ordinary, so to speak, right? So what's going to happen here is I'm going to install one of these. This is a PinBLASTER from PinSound, and it basically is a 200 watt amp. Provides line out, sub out, a bit of an equalizer, and a few other things. And I'm currently running with the original kind of sound in this game. A lot of people, they upgrade they have like a separate amplifier and load different ROMs and stuff like that, right? But I just have the original ROMs, and everything is stock besides the speakers. I think there are the speakers that are in here right now are flipper fidelities, so they kind of got a good, the kind of low oomph and all that, and but it kind of missing a few details here and there. I'd say I'm not an audiophile per se, but we'll see what it sounds like. And so it's basically like three comparisons I'm going to do here. I'm going to run with my mic setup, right? I'm going to play a few games now and just see, like, this is the starting point. I'm going to put a marker on YouTube, and then the next step is that pull the rig out, put the board in, put the mics back where they were, kind of probably need to level it and stuff like that. And then kind of play a few games with the mics on, and kind of just see if the PinSound PinBLASTER kind of give any like acoustic kind of advantages for a mic'd up game, right? And then the third option is that I'm gonna use the line out on the game, right? And basically plug that straight into my mixer and kind of get a clear signal. So at that point, I will kind of remove my mics from the game, right? And then just use the line for audio. And I will also I will try to kind of like silence myself as well as I play, right? So because there's a lot of leakage in the player microphone, right? So we don't want to kind of distort the sample, so to speak, right? So I will kind of mute the player mic and just go with the cab and the backbox, and kind of see what it sounds like, or hear what it sounds like rather, right? But you're kind of watching it now, right? I think that's kind of all I want to have said at the moment. And yeah, it did actually plug in the score bit here again, so we'll see if they fix the issue with the game not updating. So all right, game one on the OG.
Now, I couldn't be in there all the time.
TRON Legacy. So the game responds immediately, and the stream board is sort of like next business day. Sometimes you need to hit a switch for it to kind of activate, but it's... Oh, there you go. Yeah. Updates are slow, but let's see how it plays. This used to be so good. I don't know what it is. Now I'm gonna leave it here. Yeah, it would have been great if I could have centered everything before I started. I'm just such an eager beaver sometimes, and this is what we're getting. All right, game one, and I'm gonna tune myself out now.
in my own image that could think. Like you and me. And I called him Clue.
Life cycle multi-ball is listed. Battle Rinsler for Identity Disc multi-ball.
Whoa. A miracle. Now the second deal. Something extraordinary. Oh, there is It was impressive, really. That's right. TRON and I, we built a system.
Aggressive strategy.
What's this? She's an ISO.
Ball added. Ball added. Initiating life cycle battle. Extra ball is lit.
But have a drink, courtesy of the end of line.
Gem hurry up is active.
Dawn, extended.
Extra ball connected.
I've heard the chatter. electrify the boys and girls if you'd be so kind.
Flynn shared them with me.
That's it.
This event ends here. Resolution. Jackpot achieved.
All right, folks, that was game number 1, and we're now listening to my stock install, right? So we're gonna kind of take out the rig now and play another game again on the backbox and cab mics, but with the PinSound board in. So I'm just going to see if I can pull everything out here, and we'll get back to this shortly. I'm also going to switch mic, so I'm going to use this mic. All right, so good stuff. I will also, let's see here. While I deal with this, I'm also going to pull out the cab and backbox mics. So there we go. And I also have this fly cam kind of set up here, so I'm going to do that one instead. And also going to put the lights on. And I will be able to do some flying shots here and other things here. I just need to do some adjustments. All right, so this is going to be a little bit of a nightmare, I think. Let me see if I can make some room here for folks. I will be able to zoom in and kind of showcase some of the stuff I'm kind of doing. Because if I break power, it's gonna be a problem. Let's just put it that way. And I will also find out how the Stream Deck enjoys being hot plugged. Okay. We don't want any nabbing the wheels. So I think this is going to be kind of good enough. And I will sort of get a better shot of the back box here. Because this board kind of goes over, it kind of goes over the MPU somehow, right? Damn, I don't have a monitor where framing is. This is the bane of doing like productions. Let's see if I can just bend this without breaking things. so I can see what I'm doing. Is this yeah, I can't quite see. This is, yeah, so let's just get it out a smidge more. And I think that's gonna have to be good enough. See if I can pull that a little bit like that, so I might be able to see the framing. Yeah, there we go. All right, here we are. Let me just get a mat out here. So we have a very simple manual, 2-pager, power off, open backbox, disconnect from CPU board. Very, very well labeled, J10, J11, 12, 13. And the cool thing about this board is sort of like, it's sort of like it's almost like a daughter board, right? That you kind of crunch on, it looks like, right? And and it also has a status light on it and a bunch of things. So it should be fairly kind of easy to install, I think. So there's another little small board in a bag here. What's this? What's this? This should have had better lights here on me, but here we are. Okay, so I think this is for the thing is, I got something called a headphone station with it as well, right? Because I was one of the first 10 people who ordered this thing, right? And they give you one of those headphone stations, and I think that was like an $80 something thing. And I think it says a bunch of things about headphone station, SAM edition. So I probably won't need that because I don't need headphones. I have my own headphone station basically, which is the mixer. Yeah, FYI, I can't see the chat from here either. So if you're saying something, I can't hear you. All right, so this kind of deserves a closer look, I'd say. Let me just bring it out in front to you. Do something like this. So this is what it looks like. Very neat design, right? Like if you look at the back here, there's multiple kind of connectors that go here, right? And there's also some standoffs here and there, right? So this kind of slides onto the CPU board, right? And that will give you all these. You get EQ equalizer for the cabinets, gain and cutoff. I think that's kind of like when the bass tone kind of kicks in, and there's also how much gain you're sending to the amplifier to the sub, right? And then you have the equalizer for the front, and that's just treble and bass. This is a much appreciated thing here. They got like the line out here are standard RCA connectors, and they got a dedicated gain knob, right? And that is like very first off, right? Some line mixers that you kind of want to plug this into, they have like, it's very low and they don't have dedicated gain buttons. So what happens is that you basically run out of volume on your mixer, depending on what kind of model you're using. And you cannot plug audio straight from the game, and it doesn't sound as good because you can't crank up the volume, right? And this will give you another plus 15 dB. My mixer have another plus 60, right? So I'm not like too concerned about that, but some other mixers I've seen is just like the line in is just like it's just super low, and when mixed with the regular mics and stuff like that, it just gets very complicated and doesn't sound as well good. You can also have a dedicated subwoofer on those RCAs there, and you can adjust the gain. And they also have another kind of like how do you put this? You can basically daisy chain these boards together, right? So you can have a row full of games, and you can basically daisy chain them together into one sub, right? So you can buy like a $5,000 sub that you put in your game room, and then you kind of just daisy chain them, right? So you have sub in there and the sub out, and you just plug that into the next game and the next game and the next game, and until you actually hit the sub, right? And I think that's a very neat thing, right? Because not everyone wants to have a dedicated sub underneath each game, right? And because multiple games can easily share it, right? And I think that's it. So there's a limiter here as well, and I think that is, yeah, I'm holding my hand here. It's not very practical. There's a little switch here. And I think the limiter is for the headphone volume jack. Not entirely sure, but oh, SAM USB. I wonder how this will go with my score bit. That will be interesting to see. So, all right, enough talking. Pretty cool, I must say. Let me just get the back glass off and put this in, and I'm also going to plug in my my line cable while I'm doing this, to just have that ready to go, so I can just, and then we can kind of play some more games of TRON and with the hopefully improved sound. I mean, this might not do anything, right? But I guess like the main reason I kind of bought it was just like, oh, neat, we can have line out on SAM games, right? And I'm sure there's other solutions for that. But I was just, so I buy stuff from PinSound for my other games, right? And so I get marketing emails from them, and it just kind of struck a chord, and it's just like, wow, I can put this neat thing in my TRON, and I immediately see here that there might be might be some issues with a lot of things here. So this is another thing I've kind of been warned about the score bit, right? Because I have a score bit sitting here, like, and there's a bunch of daughter boards and splitters and stuff like that, right? And you kind of run out of power in these games. So that this will be an interesting exercise for me to kind of relay to the score bit folks that we have yet another problem. And it's mostly when on these SAM games, especially when you have the OCD board, right? And I also have, I still have the high voltage display in this one, right? So it's a gas display, and that in turn might, obviously it draws more power, right? So we'll just see how many amps this thing is going to draw once we get here. Okay, so we need to reconnect. Powered off. J10. So it's basically this one here. And the next one, and this is my, like, this will be an interesting exercise because this is going to be tall, right? And this is where my score bit sits. And I knew that there might be a challenge, right? And that's fine. And the next one just underneath the little braid that goes over to the power driver board. Not braid, flat cable. Oh shit, nobody has removed this before. I can tell you that much. There we go. And then there's install the dedicated switchboard. Okay, so that is actually going on there. And then I need to remove the tube for that. Do I actually need that? What is that for? Yeah, I'm just gonna do what they're telling me here. Okay, so how do I remove this tube here? Got these little things here to kind of block it from. Can't believe I haven't put in a LED tube in here. This is like proper, like analog. Oh my God. Am I gonna break it now? I hate handling these things. There we go. Put that somewhere safe. Yeah, can you see anything at all? Yeah, I don't think so. Good enough. I mean, it's good enough, right? I mean, you know what it looks like. And we're gonna play some pinball shortly. Okay, so that connector goes out. So that dedicated switchboard, I have no idea what it does whatsoever. So how is that even? So that is going on. It's not like there's plenty of room here either, right? It's just super tight. Is that going to go over or under? Oh, it looks like under. All right, we can do that. Yeah, make sure the pins line up, and it's going to be a tight squeeze. There we go. And am I just going to be... Yeah, I don't know what that does. Dedicated switch. There is a QR code. And I think I need to remove my display sniffer here while I do this as well. This is the display sniffer for the score bit. All right, now we're ready to marry the board here, and it has a bunch of things that you kind of want to look out for here. So we want to get that through there, right? Oh wow, this is... So I just wonder, like, so check the lateral holding clip. Okay, there's a holding clip there. That squeezes in good there. And that went pretty well there. And how are you supposed to verify this? This is... okay, so that... it kind of seems that they had these really clever kind of alignment things here, right? Yeah, my score bit won't go in. Interesting. So this is not compatible with score bits. There's like, it's like 2 millimeters. 2 damn millimeters. Let me see if I can show you this. I'm just gonna fire up my NDI cam here and see if I can put that in the scene here. How are we still? We're still jamming. We're still jamming. All right, so here we go. And this is mainly for the score bit folks and the PinSound folks that I will complain about, right? So you see there's your gap, right? I can't put it in. So what I need is here is basically have like an extension cable for this kind of flat cable here to kind of get some more distance here from the socket, because the socket lines up if I get another. The socket lines up fine here, right? If I just had another inch right here. Is that, am I holding this right? Yeah, there we go. There we go. It would go straight in there. All right, there we go. But I can't, right? I mean, another thing, I can probably cut. Yeah, I can probably cut off that board. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how much I want to kind of experiment with this at this moment. It's a little bit hairy, but this is definitely a situation where you can kind of void your warranty, because I don't know if I kind of make a clip in that, I still don't know if I'm gonna get enough. So what happens if you cut this PCB here? Oh, I did it. Warranty voided. Still need a little bit, a smidge more. Like if I cut like a little bit more, oh shit, there's already, yeah, there's components there. This is really annoying because it's not a lot. Oh, I can actually. I'm just going to squeeze it in there and see how. If this will actually work. Because I think it will still have contact. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so the power input now, this is interesting. All right, let me put the ones on here that I actually can put on. There we go. Some J18. Yeah, it's a snug fit. Let's just put it that way. With the score bit here. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a warranty void situation here, but I think I'm gonna try it and see if it works. It might work. I blow it up. My tube back here. Oh, come on, you. I think I have a spare probe somewhere I can do some more work on if needed. Yeah, so this is interesting. So I have the I have my balance volume knob for the flipper fidelity speakers in the back box. Okay, so connect ribbon cable, reconnect. Yeah, so this should be good to go. And I was also contemplating with myself where to kind of pull in the line out. I think I've sort of found a spot here. I'm going to use the vents in the back. Usually I use the vents in the bottom of the cab. But since these are so close by here and there's a smidge of opening here, I'm just going to rip this and pull my I've already primed this with my hobby kind of hobby wire, right? So it's and it's just a way for me to hang the cables on the hinges, right? And that works great here as well, as I can just, it's basically just a steel wire that's been coated with some rubber, plastic, something, you know. Can be bought in hobby shops, and it's good for a lot of things actually. Oops. I just need to make sure that lines up, and then I'll just push it through. I haven't tested this cable yet. That's my fucking dilemma right now. And we don't know what's going to happen. All right, give it up. There we go. I usually buy 10 feet cables for these things. Same goes for HDMI, line out, and all that. That will give me enough. That will give me enough cable to go up to where basically where all my game inputs are, which are just behind my laptop, right? There's where all the camera inputs goes. There's where all the sound inputs go, and very handy. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that there. Should have done a little knot there. If something kind of pulls this cable. No, I'm not going to do that now. But if this game is going anywhere, I definitely need to do it. Oh, it's really dusty behind here. So my cable will go on the other side. And this is what I do with my, I don't know if you can see that there, but these little steel wires, I just kind of, they don't like scratch the cab or anything. You just put it in the hinge like that. And then you have access to the cable. Very handy. Very handy. All right, so I'm going to power this thing up here and see what it says, because there is a status light on the board somewhere. It's all green. So there's a status light here. It says smart status. Blue says it's muted. And yeah, you can see that my display is my display is dead, right? Because that Scorebit probe is not plugged in, right, properly, which is, this is a bummer. But it is, yeah, it is right. It gets power from somewhere else. Yeah, so I need to get some sort of like Z kind of daughter board for it, I think. Or could it be some other issue? I don't know. Let me just... Oh, wait. So this connector is... Oh, there we go. Oh, this is interesting. So I'm gonna run with this. It's probably gonna fall on its face. Okay, so interesting now. So it says that the board is muted, right? And why I think it says it's muted is because I think there is a gate on it, right? So let's see if yeah. Yeah, so it has a gate on it, right? So basically what happens is that you won't hear any hiss in the speakers when the game is idling, which is very nice, right? The thing is that this is built by audiophiles, right? So having a noise gate there to eliminate hiss and pops and stuff like that you don't want through your pinball machine makes a lot of sense. So kudos for that. So what am I going to do now? Yeah, so I'm just going to leave all the knobs as they were, right? Did I even adjust the volume? Yeah, I think it was at 50. So I'm just going to leave it at 50. And I might do some tuning later. And we'll have a bit of a listen. Oh, what's going on here? What is all this stuff here? So I have a real knocker kit here that I haven't installed. What? Yeah, sometimes I just surprise myself how lazy I am. I hate working on the games, and that's why things like that kind of takes ages for me to kind of deal with. All right, so let's see if we can get everything kind of back where it was. somewhere there, I think. All right, let's put the lights out and get back to business. Okay, so the interesting part here now is I'm gonna see if, let's start up a game here.
Hey, what do you say? Tomorrow, you and I hit the arcade.
Okay, so now we're kind of back where we were. I'm going to see if I can log into Scorbit here. 1 second. All right, sweet. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to check something here real quick. I need to connect the sub or the cab speaker. Yeah, the thing is, there's definitely more sub here now because it's like really farting, right? So let's see if we can hear that. Yeah, this is crazy. The thing is that something is kind of like shaking the cabinet. It sounds horrible here, right? But if I just listen to the mix, it sounds pretty sweet, right? So, hey, welcome to the stream, Russ. I'm doing some installing a PinSound PinBLASTer in my TRON here, and doing a little bit of sound testing. So I'm going to play a game, and I'm going to have to go on mute because we don't want any sound leaking into the player microphone. So just going to play one game and see how it goes. And it's like super hot in here. I just need to open the door. Yeah, my laptop decided to have a frying party here, so you might be seeing some lag here until it kind of cools off a little bit. So just gonna see if there's anything else. Nah, it's just heating up. I'm just gonna put you guys on hold for 2 seconds. Oh, that didn't help. Jesus, come on now. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for my laptop to cool off a little bit here. Okay, there we are. Alright, so yeah, these games never come up on sale because if you buy one, you keep one. So that's how simple it is. I'm just gonna take myself out of the mix here and play a game on mute. See you soon.
You never crack at the old man's high score?
He actually did it.
First game's on me.
What do I do with this? Hey man, it's your lucky day. Now the second deal. That's it. You got me.
Finish the game!
Whoa, 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 whoa! I'm Castor, your host, provider of any and all entertainments and diversions.
Shared them with me.
What do I do with this?
Now, I met a brave warrior.
Aura multi-ball is lit.
I'm stepping away for a moment, boys.
This can't be good.
That was terrible. Basically, like, I didn't get any Quora out. Like, Seal Simulation was ready, and yeah, that was pretty terrible. So, okay, next steps here. The next steps are, yeah, I'm gonna plug in the line out of the game, right? So, okay, so cut next phase in the testing here, and this is what I'm gonna test. Moving forward, play with move forward. So I'm gonna disconnect backbox and cab mics are other than mix. The game is the game line is not active yet. Did you hear a pop? You did not hear a pop because these guys know what they're doing. Okay, so now I just need to start a game. And what you hear now is just like the sound leaking through through my microphone here. So I'm just gonna tune myself out here, and I'm gonna sound check the line. 1 second. Damn, that is thick. Yeah, I mean, you need to like find the best sound system in your house, right? Look, listen to this. That is mental. That is absolutely mental. And this is with the gain set like default, like stock in the middle. And I have so much more volume on my mixer to give it. Like, I have so much, like you have no idea. So it's a loud line out. I'm telling you that right now. If you ever were in doubt. So I'm gonna play one game without the noise on the microphone to kind of give that kind of fair comparison versus my OG mic, PINBLASTER mic, and this is PINBLASTER line out only.
Frontier. Try to picture clusters of information as they move through the computer. Something unexpected happened.
Untitled Chapter initiated.
Impressive, really. What did they look like?
Flynn was here.
Damn it! Unexpected moment. What's this?
Flynn was here.
Is our destiny.
Ball added. Ball added.
It's incredible.
Gem Korea.
History.
Extra ball connected.
She's the miracle, man. Everything I ever worked for. Here we go. She's an
Another customer. Let's go.
Libations for everybody!
Battle Rinsler for Identity Disc Multiball.
Maximize efficiency. Rid the new system of its imperfection.
It was impressive, really.
All right, so that was the PinSound, PinBlaster, only line out, and no flipper noise, no sling noise, and it was pretty funny because, yeah, I got my own monitors in, right, so I heard the sound of the slingshot. I don't think I've ever heard those before. There's a little kind of like a little zap kind of sound, and it's just like, what is that? I never heard that before, because usually when you hear that sound, you kind of have the game. You hear the sling and the sound effect doesn't come across that clear, which is odd because this is a game engineered by David Thiel from the audio package on it, and it just seems he doesn't leave anything, no stone unturned. So that's, or maybe you can hear it. Maybe you can hear it if you're David Thiel, I guess. All right, I'm just gonna play a few more games and
Now, I met a brave warrior.
and basically get a few more Sea of simulations, I think. I need something to drink.
Combatant 1.
All right, so this is fun. So this basically only took an hour to install, do all the 3 comparisons and getting the board installed and everything.